Hey gang, it's Will from Tested. I'm here at PAX East 2015, and I'm gonna go down and play some games. It's a good show for indie board games, video games, VR games, all sorts of crazy stuff. We're gonna go see it. And of course, I'm ready to street pass. Let's go.
Made by Luis Antonio, an artist working on Jonathan Blow's The Witness in his spare time, 12 Minutes is Groundhog Day as a one-act play. You're trapped inside your apartment with your wife. You have to solve a mystery, decide who to trust, and figure out what you can change to escape the time loop. The game runs in real time, so each loop is short enough to make this the kind of game I'll pick up with the intention of playing for just a few minutes, but end up playing for hours. I can't wait to play more. If you're looking for a brutally competitive 9-player game to play in your living room, you need Runbow and a Wii U. 4 players use Wiimotes, 4 players use nunchucks or classic controllers connected to those Wiimotes, and the 9th person uses the Wii U gamepad. This is the only game I've played that lets 9 local players compete directly against each other. The game is simple enough to pick up and play immediately, but adding basic one-button combat to the core mechanic, platforms and barriers that disappear or appear as the background color of the level changes, encourages skilled, deliberate play. I loved the original Amplitude on the PS2, so I was stoked to check in with the Kickstarter-backed remake that Harmonics was showing at PAX East. Despite some initial fumbling with the controls, I was quickly tearing down the note highways and can't wait until this is available later this year. Playing board games is one of my favorite parts of any PAX, and East was no exception. My favorite board game of the show was The Shadow over Westminster, a cooperative game that evokes pandemic. The player's goal is to uncover a threat to the world, then save said world from that cataclysm. I love this game because it rewarded communication between players while keeping the individual choices difficult and a little bit unclear. The game I played was such a nail-biter that I couldn't wait to play again. Letter Tycoon is a deliciously simple game. You make words with the cards in your hand to earn money. You spend money to buy patents on specific letters, and when other players' words include those letters, you make money, which you then use to buy more patents. The player who has the most money at the end of the game wins. It's a simple concept paired with gorgeous art, which means I'll be buying a copy of Letter Tycoon as soon as it's available. My wife and I love a good 2-player game, but I was nervous about getting a copy of Divorce for us to play together. The game takes the brutal process of divvying up your shared assets and children after a breakup and turns it into a fun, lighthearted 20 to 30 minute romp. I especially like the push-pull of the game's core mechanic. On your turn, you draw 2 cards. You get to keep one, but your opponent gets the other. In my playthrough, my turn frequently became less about keeping the assets I wanted and more about denying my opponent assets that would help him, which is always a good sign in a competitive game. I was such a huge fan of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes after playing it at PAX Prime last fall that we opened our stage show in October with a live demo. Keep Talking is an asymmetrical bomb defusal game. One player dons VR goggles and is presented with a bomb that only he or she can see, while the others have a detailed bomb defusing manual, but are entirely reliant on the diffuser to both describe the bomb and implement their instructions. Not only is the game a great way to demonstrate virtual reality to your friends, it's fantastic on its own merits and is nearly infinitely replayable. When you start the game, it randomly selects modules from a list of a dozen or so different options, and the puzzles in those modules feature nearly infinite variations. This is a game that I'll be playing anytime I have a group of friends and a VR headset for years to come. One of my greatest gaming regrets is that I never got to play Steel Battalion, Capcom's giant mech game that required a ridiculous 40-button, 2-stick, 3-pedal controller when it was released for the original Xbox. That all changed on the last day of PAX East when I finally found the Steel Battalion room and sat down for a quick multiplayer match. After learning the boot sequence for the VT, that's short for vertical tank, I managed to get a few kills, roll my mech, and eject before my VT exploded under enemy fire, all before coming in a respectable second place.
And that'll do it for PAX 2015. It's been a lot of fun. I think I'm going to be back next year. We'll see you guys at PAX Prime and on Tested.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. See you guys later. Bye.